Hey everyone, welcome to episode 38 of our daily vlog. I'm your host, Justin Ward, and today we're going to talk about upgrades. So for anybody that doesn't have an Invisible Fence Brand solution or doesn't know anything about Invisible Fence Brand, you can stay tuned. This is going to be kind of a long video, it's going to be showing you a lot of the new technology that we've been working with and how we're adapting to our pets. So for anyone that has an Invisible Fence Brand solution or anything related to an Invisible Fence, if you have an off-brand, just stay tuned. This is going to be some of the new technology. I'm going to call this upgrades. If you already have it, it's something that you can actually get us out there and give you an estimate on upgrading to some new technology, or you can even add it on to what you have now. A lot of people, and I'm going to start off right away with our transmitters. So if you got a in-ground wired system, a lot of people are familiar with our 800 series that work just like our 700 series in the yard itself, where you can attach the wire to it and you actually got a perimeter around your yard. A lot of people are still familiar with our 800 series, where I call it where the wire is laid, the signal runs around it like a circle that you can adjust anywhere from 2 inches up to 10 feet. The only downside with that fence is if dogs got on the outside of it, they're free to go, and most of the time if dogs turn around and come back into the yard, they always got corrected for coming back in. So a lot of people are still familiar with the 800 series and are unfamiliar with our new Boundary Plus series. So what this allows is we're able to switch these transmitters out. We can sometimes add on a lightning protector for you. And what this does, we can use the existing wire that's already there. Even if you have a competitor's fence, we can still use that wire and upgrade you to the new Invisible Fence Brand Boundary Plus technology. What this allows is it gives, if you have limited space especially, it gives your dog more independence in a smaller yard. It allows the dog to be able to go up to the wire itself, and then once they cross over it, no matter how far they would run with that, they continuously get that correction until they come back over the wire. What I like about it is once they come back over the wire itself, it shuts itself off, rewarding them for being back in their own area. So very, very cool system. And a lot of people don't know we have this now. It's actually been out for 5+ years, so we can upgrade you to this newer system. So real quick, while we're on the wire, I'm going to show you, even if you're with a competitor, a lot of people are familiar with 20 gauge wire, which I kind of call it like spaghetti noodle, because that's really how brittle it is and how soft it is. But it's 20 gauge as to where Invisible Fence Brand, we like to use anywhere from 14 to 16 gauge solid copper wire with the outdoor jacking on it. Provides a good sturdy, I mean, you got to really pull on this to break it. Obviously through excavation and landscaping we do have problems with it, but it's better, it holds up better. I've got customers that had the wire for 25 to 30 years, so it's made a world of difference. And we can even upgrade you through the wire if you like what you got with the transmitter and stuff like that. We can upgrade your wire as time goes on. So switching over to our receivers, I get a lot of people, they think our new receivers are big, but just the other day I put it on a 8-week-old Chihuahua puppy. So the puppy was new, it was like a pound and a couple ounces, so it was pretty cool. But a lot of people are familiar, and we no longer have them, but our platinum receivers, our titanium receivers, and even our classic receivers, which I got here in hand, but they're a little bit wider receivers. These got the indicator lights on them as well, the newer style. But the platinums, if you still are familiar with the 700 series or 800 series, you don't have any lights on them. They got 26 settings compared to our new 52 different settings. So these are the new microlight receivers. Still take the same battery, still same power cut battery fits in there. And this is just about the size, I mean, it's no smaller to get this battery to fit in there. So 52 different settings with the light on it to let you know the life of the battery. It'll blink green, blink yellow, blink red. And it's very nice for the smaller dogs. And I even got this on St. Bernards and stuff like that. So it's a little bit less bulkier. That may sit on the neck, and a lot of people put it down here, but I like to put them up on the sides of the neck. But these are very, very, it weighs less than 6 ounces. They're waterproof. So if you're looking to downsize, if you had a larger dog at one time and now you got a new puppy that's maybe a little bit smaller, we can upgrade you to these new microlight receivers. So again, we're all about our upgrades in this episode, and it's pretty cool, the technology is really changing now with Invisible Fence Brand Solutions. So with us being on smaller dogs, I'm going to get on our Avoidance Solutions. So a lot of people don't know now that we have three different types of indoor avoidance solutions. We got our micro shield here where we can adjust the single field. It works just like a sphere. You can charge this for 24 hours and move it anywhere you want for 30 days. So we got a foot radius, so essentially you can set it in the middle and you'll get a 2-foot radius. And like I said, it works like a sphere. You can keep them out of trash cans, end tables, Christmas trees. I've had people hang this like an ornament. You can hook it on a wall or a door. I've even put them in my shirt pocket to keep dogs from jumping on me. But it's very, very neat, and you can put it in little areas that allow the dog to be able to still walk through the kitchen area, for example, but not get in the trash can. So very nice micro shield. We sell one of these with just about every fence. They're just so versatile. And plus with our Perfect Start training, it allows a puppy to start learning right away on a certain area of the house that they might not be allowed to because of the carpet or something like that. But you can go into further research or check out our website with the Perfect Start training. It's made a world of difference using these indoor avoidance solutions. So we also have our larger avoidance solutions that can go anywhere from 1.5 feet all the way up to 12-foot coverage area. Usually got 6 foot, works just like a sphere. Nice to keep them out of rooms or larger kitchen area. You can even attach wire to these. You can do a whole half of the house or dining room and kitchen area. And it's really nice because you can charge them again for 24 hours and move them anywhere you want for 30 days. They're very simple to use with plus and minus. You can size that area as well. It doesn't have anything to do with the correction levels. You're not changing that. But it has a reader there that tells you the measurements, so it's very easy to adjust and move if you need to. So what's really cool is now this our new shield gate that just came out. This is very nice because if you have archway or between a kitchen and a dining room, you have that open foyer. You can now attach these. You can attach 2 of these or 3 of these together, and then you're able to build a wall just like our Boundary Plus system outside. If you want a dog to be able to still get in the kitchen area but not the dining room, you can set this in that open archway, and it's very nice. I've even seen the little robot vacuum cleaners drive over this, so it's resistant to trip. I've had people in wheelchairs roll over this, or you can also adjust them to a sphere, just like our micro shield here. And our indoor avoidance, you got 2 different options with this, and you can again charge this up and put it wherever you want. So it's very, very neat. I'm glad they came out with this because again, I get a lot of open floor plans, so it's very, very convenient for us to use them in between a dining room, kitchen area, or a living room and a kitchen area or dining room. So if you got an open floor plan, definitely check these out because they're pretty cool. So we're going to talk about our GPS solution. A lot of people are interested in that. These are our old GPS 2.0 receivers. And as you can see, they're kind of bulky. The antenna's up top here. Depending on what size dog you have either the short or long prongs. You always had to plug these mobile units in and charge them up. So you would have to take the collar off. I had clients that would get 2 per dog. That way they can just rotate them out, which got a little bit pricey, but worked best for them. So Invisible Fence Brands came out with the new GPS 3.0. They're still big, but obviously if you've got a dog that's roaming a couple acres, size don't matter. So they moved the light indicator up front so it's easy to see the life of the charge on the receiver itself, because compared to our wired system to the GPS, the batteries charge up. Our batteries in our microlight receivers last anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on how much they challenge it, the power cap. As to where GPS mobile units, now they'll last up to 72 hours, depending on how much a dog tests the boundaries. And what's really cool is you have these wall chargers now. It's got 2 batteries per mobile unit. You just twist them in and you just slide them into the mobile unit itself, and it's very, very, I really like this design because being here in the Eastern Shore, Delaware and Maryland, we see a lot of water. So with these old mobile units, the charger points would always get corroded, and it would shut these mobile units down. So this new design, it keeps everything tight and waterproof. So if you got a dog that likes to play in your ponds, or especially here in Delaware, we got the tax ditches and stuff like that to fill up. It's really nice design. So it's clean, don't catch on anything, and again, you can just rotate the batteries out instead of having to buy 2 different collars. So even if you got the GPS 2.0, you can now upgrade to this new 3.0. Again, it's very easy. You just hook it to a wall charger, just 110 outlet, you plug it in, and you can just rotate the batteries in and out as they come in at the house. I always recommend taking collars off every 12 hours anyway, just to give the neck time to breathe. So it's very easy to change in and out. And the antenna is a lot different as well. So it's a lot more flat. It's all one piece. Don't have to worry about the antenna coming apart. And it goes nice against the mobile unit itself. So it just screws down tight, keeps it clean compared to this, where it would, especially inside here, I would have problems with connection and stuff like that. But it's pretty clean and it stays flat and won't catch on anything. And now we got some cool different color collars that we can adjust, and you can trim up to your size of your dog. So these go down to, I put them on corgis, and I've had dogs, Great Pyrenees and stuff like that. So it's very, very neat technology now, and I'm really impressed with the 3.0. So again, you can upgrade to even if you have the wired system, we do pricing on upgrading you to, I kind of ideally, I like to do 3 acres or more. But if you got a wired system and you're thinking about doing 5 acres or something like that, we can definitely give you a price on upgrading. So, but even if you have a competitor's fence, we see a lot of pet safe in-ground systems that a lot of people get in stores. Any of our competitors, we can give you pricing on upgrading if you're liking what the new technology here. It's coming a long way, and we got a lot more neat things going to be coming out in the next couple of years. So if you're interested, if you go into the stores, PetSmart, Concord Pet, and you see these stuff, Lowe's, if you've gone through all that system and you're like, hey, I don't want to fool with this now, let us know, because we can definitely take care of it and give you some pricing on upgrades. So question of the day, how familiar are you with invisible fences? What kind of systems do you have, or do you have any at all? And what's your thought on it? We would love to have the comments below to hear what your opinions are, and we can get back to you.